YouTube, it's Christine with Souls Rising, jumping on with some more Oracle messages. This video is for Taurus, so if you have Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, you'll want to stick around. It's been a few weeks since I have been on to deliver some messages for you guys, and we've had some crazy energy with the month of May, a lot of shake-up energy. We just had the Sagittarius full moon, which was pretty intense. And that comes on the heels of last month's Scorpio full moon, which I know threw a lot of people for a whirl. So I wanted to get back on here and bring through some messages to bring clarity and to help you guys out right now with whatever might be going on. So let's jump right into the Oracle cards, and then we'll transition into some tarot for more depth and clarity. So what does Taurus need to know? All right, Taurus. So the first card that came out for you guys is Phoenix, transmutation. So that's big change energy. So what that tells me is that a lot of my Tauruses out there have been really going through some dramatic changes. And for a lot of you, this is probably change that's been happening inside of you, at least up to this point, more so than externally, outside of you. And then the second card that came in is Earth Spirit, stability, okay? And I do feel like there's a couple things with this stability card for you guys. For some of you, this transmutation, this change that you have been going through is actually leading you to a place of more stability, and it's going to actually make things easier for you or help ease off maybe some of the more challenging energy that you were dealing with before this point. For others of you, I really feel like I'm pulled to this, all those little, colorful butterflies in this girl's hands. And I feel like for some of you, this represents dreams or things maybe that you want or have been thinking that you really would like to have in your life. And maybe you felt like some of those things were, I keep hearing going up in smoke or going up in flames. But I think you're going to see soon that that wasn't actually the case. All right? Because I get this vibe with this that it's like all is not lost here. So maybe you thought something was going to be dead. We've got the Phoenix, right? What is the Phoenix? The Phoenix is the bird that dies to the flames only to be reborn again. It comes back stronger than before. It's actually emboldened by the flames. And the third card that came out for you guys is dragon energy, power, right? Power and energy. And dragons also have a very transmuting quality about their energy. When they come in to work with us, they help burn away all that is not serving, but they strengthen us. They give us strength. They give us their power too. So some of you have been going through this period, I feel like, of empowerment, like personal empowerment. And it's interesting because this came in for Aries too. And it's not unusual for us to have collective themes that will show up in all of the readings or a lot of the readings at the same time. So some of you guys have been I feel like you weren't sure where something was going to land. I feel like you maybe were going through a situation where things felt tumultuous and you just weren't sure what way something was going to go. I feel like what you're going to get coming in now is you're going to see where things are going. It's going to land. All these things that have been up in the air are going to land. And I ultimately feel like in a better position or in a better place for you to realize some of these dreams that you have had for yourself. And I do feel like a lot of you Tauruses have been going through a process that has been helping you to reawaken your own power again and to see that you have what it takes to make your dreams come to life, to come true. And like I said, for some of you, this may be a sense of something, you thought something was just done and over with and lost, and now you're realizing actually it was just getting started. It was just getting started, or this energy isn't over. It was just grounding it in differently for you. So let's pull some tarot. I want to get a little bit more clarity about that message for you guys. All right, Spirit, what does Taurus need to know? All right, Taurus. So the first card that came out for you guys is the Four of Earth, which is the Four of Pentacles. Okay. And I immediately heard control when this popped out. So I do feel like some of you had been trying previously too hard to control a situation or to control things around you in general. And that's followed by the Nine of Fire, which is the Nine of Wands. And again, I'm getting with this a resistant energy. So there was maybe a change that was happening or something that was going on in your life where it was creating a need to control things or a feeling of being out of control and creating a little resistance. So whatever this change was that is now starting to ground in, for a time you might have been a little resistant to it. And that I do feel was actually getting in your way. And then we have the Three of Earth, which is the Three of Pentacles, which has to do with collaborations, working on things coming together for us. And then that's followed by the Two of Swords, which is like a blocked energy. There's too many choices. There's two choices and we're not sure what to do. We're not sure what to decide. We're not sure where to go with something. But it also can be just that we are in a state of pause, a state of not being able to move forward on anything. And I kind of get that's more the energy in this reading for you guys is there's a sense of that you may have been trying too hard to control a situation, and that was actually blocking your manifestations from coming into fruition. That you actually needed to ease up and almost let something die, let something go in order for it to come back to you. It's that whole, if you love it, let it go. And I feel like some of you have done that now. And what is happening is there's this new beginning that can be born because you surrendered, you handed over some of that control to the universe and sort of acknowledged, okay, like maybe this isn't going to be the way I wanted it to be. And maybe I have to learn to let something go. In this card that we had pulled, the Oracle card, the Earth Spirit, see how she's like letting her dream go. She's kind of releasing them and it isn't what she wants. Look at her face, but she's allowing them to be free. She's sort of allowing something to breathe, allowing the situation to be what it needs to be or to be what it is. And so some of you may have thought, I'm going to do this and it's just over. Okay. But it's not, because it's like something's coming back to you better. Okay. Now, if you had to look at one opportunity, this could be a better opportunity now showing up in its place that you weren't expecting to see. It could be, a relationship or a partnership that you finally just handed over the reins to the universe and said, God, if it's not meant to be for me, then so be it. And the second you sort of pull your energy back, it is reborn. It gets reinvigorated. It gets like a little new energy put back into it. And underneath those, we have Eight of Swords. Again, that stuck sort of feeling, like feeling blocked, like there isn't anything I can do, to move this forward. But that's followed by Ego, which in this deck, this card is like finding your way to freedom, realizing that you really aren't blocked after all, but maybe what you wanted was not what you needed, or maybe that you had to learn to give someone else their freedom. Maybe this isn't you in the cage. Maybe somebody else felt caged and you gave them their freedom, and then they chose to stick around for a bit, right? Instead of just flying away. It's like the door is open and the bird isn't flying out. Okay. And for some of you for whom you're the bird in the cage, this may have been you discovering your own power, realizing that you're really not stuck after all, that there are choices that can be made here. But then we have the Ten of Wands. So we have the Ten of Fire, which I feel is you feeling, I think you just were a little drained or really just exhausted. And maybe that is why it's like the situation wore you down. And that's why you just got to the point where you're like, I give up. Like I give up. It's not going to happen. It's over. Nothing's gonna happen here. I'm not getting what I want, right? But in doing that, it actually opens the door. It's like that energy actually allows the whole situation to breathe And then things can shift. Actually, I feel for most of you in the direction you wanted it to go anyway. Let's pull 2 more cards here. I want to see what else does Taurus need to know, Spirit. There's one. Ooh, and there's the other. Yeah, good news. You guys have good news coming in. Yeah, whatever the situation was where you were really frustrated, blocked in. Again, we got 5 of Wands. She feels blocked in by this energy of like she's annoyed, she's frustrated and confused. I get confused, not sure where something's going, not sure why something isn't working out, but just feeling really like conflicted about it, or stuck in conflict maybe with another person where I just feel like why are they not getting me? Why are they not hearing what I'm saying to them? Now we've got the Page of Earth coming in, and look how happy this person is. It's like good news. It's like Saved by the Bell. It's like you're finally just like no more. I can't take any more of this. I give up. And then boom, a reprieve. Like good news. Something suddenly just magically works out in your favor. But it happened because you gave up. Not give up, but gave up control. Okay, does that make sense? You surrendered, essentially, control over the situation. If this is with a partner, like you might have been like pushing too hard on something. Like maybe you really felt like you were right, or you really felt like this is the direction we need to go in with something, and maybe your adamancy about that was actually creating resistance in your partner or in this other person. And when you backed off, it allowed them to really think it through. What do I really want, rather than just them being in opposition to you. Sometimes when we really try to force somebody to do something, or we push on a situation or push on something too hard, we actually create resistance in that opposite direction. We actually create polarization that doesn't need to be there and makes everything harder. And then as soon as you like release that energy and the person feels like they can breathe again, sometimes then things, they actually decide you're right, you know, when they just don't feel pressured anymore. Sometimes people just don't want you to be right. They want to make the decision for themselves and feel like it was their choice, right? They don't want to be forced into something. All right. Oh, yeah, I feel like you've been going through it a little with this too. I just got the 5 of Cups. I picked up the deck and the 5 of Cups was sitting there. Spilt milk energy. Like, why, God? Why is like nothing working out for me? Why is like this just not happening? Please, please, please help me. Okay, energy. And then we have the Hermit, which is like God begging you to go within. Begging you, like, please, please find your power here. You know, get out of this victim mindset. Like, you hold the key. You're the key. You can turn this around. But you have to change. You have to transform, or that you have to let go of control. You have to learn to trust. And ultimately, there's an energy with this of like dreams coming true. So maybe you just were pushing, like you were trying to, you know, push the door, but you got to pull it to open it, you know, kind of energy. Because then we do have Page of Cups showing up, which is opportunity. But this is a very relaxed card. This is like soft moving energy, easing into flow, easing into something, letting something come to you, not forcing it. And then Queen of Fire. The Queen of Fire is like she's getting what she wants, but it comes because you softened your energy. So whether this is with another person where you just sort of relax and softened your energy with them and it actually allowed them to move closer to you, or whether this is, you know, a situation where, you know, you're trying to achieve something, make something happen, and you were just trying too damn hard. And when you released the control, or when you release control, all of a sudden you get everything that you wanted. But the Queen of Fire too, you see, the Queen of Fire, see, she's in her power. And, you know, sometimes we feel powerful by controlling. You know, we feel like, we're going to make it happen. You know, we're going to strong arm it. And really, sometimes that backfires. It just doesn't always work maybe you were too in that energy, and what you needed to see, what God was trying to show you, is you needed to ease up. It was you who needed to soften. It was your energy that needed to come back down, come back to center and ground in order to get the results that you were looking for. Ultimately, I don't feel like this was a no from the universe for you. I feel like this was a not in this way. Like, you can't get it this way in this energy. And so it's almost like you had to give up or shift gears in order for the whole thing to totally change. Yeah, you're learning the lesson. Learning the lesson. I do think for a lot of you Tauruses, there's a relationship connected to this, whether it's a work relationship, a family relationship, or love, or like a partnership, marriage. Because we have learning the lesson with the wise counselor here, which is like the Hierophant. And then we have the Lovers showing up, which ultimately feel like it's you inviting things to get closer to you. It's you softening and allowing something to come into you, somebody to get closer. And whatever this changes that you've made, I do feel like it is opening the door for better relationships, or for people to come together, in a different way, to have harmony maybe restored to a situation. And then we have the Knight of Fire, inspiration, new energy, new movement forward, like new adventure, followed by the Knight of Water, the Knight of Cups, which is often a card of love, opportunity in love, getting what we want, getting something that is fulfilling, finally showing up. And, the Knights are movement energy, the Pages are, the energy is just sort of there, but the Knights are taking it forward. So it's like now an opportunity to move forward is being presented to you. But it's happening because you learned the lesson you needed to learn. And the Lovers can be the card of karma as well. So it could be there was some karma around this, where there was a karmic lesson that you were learning to surrender. You were learning to release control, or to stop trying to control other people. And as soon as you did, it allowed everything to shift. So let's just ask, I want to ask Spirit, what should Taurus be sort of focusing on now? What should my Tauruses be focusing on right now that's going to help them kind of continue to move forward on their path? Spirit, what does Taurus need to do right now? Ooh, we got a bunch of cards. Whoa, these are awesome cards, Taurus. We got King of Earth, and this is definitely giving me vibes of the stability card, financial security, stability, stable resources, and we have it followed immediately by Four of Fire, which is home. So if you've been having issues, if this is resonating for you in your home life, partnership, relationship, this is stability of the home, or stability coming back into the home, having the financial resources to build a home, have a home, to secure your home, for things to go better. This is also a card of celebration. So the resources coming in that we need, and then us celebrating like, oh my God, like I'm getting what I want. I am getting what I need to chase my dreams, or to have my dreams come true. And it's literally followed by the Six of Earth, Six of Pentacles, which is receiving money, receiving resources, receiving support that you need. Now, this can also be practical support. So for those of you that this isn't maybe so much money related for this reading, it's resonating more around relationship needs, or, needing help because you're just feeling like this is balanced give and take. This is like, okay, like you need help, let me help you, because you finally backed the hell off, and now somebody feels like your energy is softer, and so the help can come to you, it can approach you, because you're not keeping it away with the control energy that can feel sort of off-putting to other people, right? You're letting it come in. And then Justice, which is harmony, it's balanced solutions coming into focus. It's like everything balancing out in this really beautiful and harmonious way. I got that word harmony before. I got that with the Lovers card. It's like everything comes together. I really feel like a lot of my Tauruses, I'm being pulled back to that Dragon Power card. And in this deck, it's really interesting because she's sleeping, but it's like her battery's being recharged. It's like you get more flies with honey, right? You don't go, trapping them. You draw them in. And so some of you are learning also that you can actually rest and restore yourself, and things still all fall into place. Things can actually work out that way. You don't have to always be in charge of everything. You don't have to be constantly screening the environment and trying to control all the pieces and all the players. That sometimes you actually have to take a step back and just let things be. Let things come into fruition on their own accord. And that sometimes when we take a rest and take the rest that we need, it does all come together, right? Maybe you felt like you had to carry a lot on your back, but you were really exhausted, okay? And you needed to recharge your battery. And maybe you didn't feel for a while like you could do that. Maybe you felt like blocked, or felt like stuck, or felt like, I can't, because if I don't do all these things, no one else will do them. And finally you just broke down, or broke physically down, and the shit got done anyway because someone else stepped up to the plate, or you finally got the chance you needed to restore your own energy, and then actually you feel better. And so now you have more stability coming in, or now you're realizing, oh, you know what, now that I've been able to get the break that I really needed, or get the support I really needed, things are kind of working out better for me. Harmony, balance being restored to your situation. And with justice, if this was a karmic situation or karmic relationship, justice can also talk about literally getting justice, like getting what is due, what is owed to us. If you've been putting in too much, maybe now it's your time to receive, time to allow the universe to deliver back. If you've been going through a really hard time, this can be good times finally coming in for you. So I don't think you have to do anything at this point. It really feels like this is coming to you. It's about you just staying in that soft, open energy to receive it, and staying focused on where your own power is, but also in understanding when it's time to step back from a situation, because that's a power move too. Recognizing when it's time to let go of control, recognizing when we've done all we can do, recognizing when we need the help, we need some support, we have crossed the threshold of we've gone above and beyond, and it's time to take a step back, is a power move. And so I feel like that's the key here. It's you realizing that by stepping back, by creating space, by opening to receive and surrendering and laying down the weapons, right? Don't force your way through something. You're actually opening the door for all your dreams to come true. You're opening the door for the resources to come in, right? You're opening the door for some happy news to show up, and for good things to actually just fall right into alignment, fall right into place. So it's interesting. I feel for most of you, I kind of think you've already turned the corner on this. If you're not quite there yet, that is what you need to do. Relax, let go, relax and let go. Don't force it, allow it, be in that really good energy, but know that when you do, the whole thing turns around. Something can come back to life. There's renewal energy here, rebirth energy here. And I do feel like your dreams aren't lost, you guys. I feel like you're going to get them. It's almost like they're going to be handed right back. Okay? Imagine like this girl sitting there, crying because she thinks she's lost something, and now all of a sudden, by magic, here it is, and it's coming right back. It's landing right in her lap again. Everything she wanted is actually showing right back up for her. And all she has to do is open her arms and receive. That's where I feel like you guys are at, Taurus. So I'm going to leave you with that. Take care, guys, and I will be back in a few weeks with some more messages. Bye.